Hello, everyone, and welcome to another chapter of Jack Jameson, archaeologist and avid adventurer. Penned by Ryland Mason, narrated by me, Brian Shepard.
Chapter 1. I'd rather be on a boat. I hate flying. Mix that with the fact that I have to go through security with all my research, books, and of course the Queen's diary that was found on a farm while the owners wanted to build a new barn. Well, that was until the digging came to a halt, as something was discovered in the dirt. A chest. After the discovery and the opening of the chest, what seemed to be ancient writing, with what looked like a date or something new every couple of pages. The book was transferred to the university for further testing and research. My boss and mentor, Dr. Jonathan Banks, a world history professor at the FIU, Florida International University, is sending me to Dublin to figure out how the diary of a queen of an Amazon culture ended up in a box 8 feet down and in Ireland of all places. Making my way to the gate, there were now people starting to crowd the boarding areas. I could have sworn I saw my friend Eric among the sea of flyers. Well, it is him. Holy cow, what are the odds? Eric! As I said it, I realized I yelled it across the terminal. People were now starting to look at me like I was crazy. So, making sure that it was him, and to embarrass him a little more, I continued to yell, Eric! Eric! That is you! Jack? What are you doing here? Wow, it's been years, man. How are you? It has been some time. At least 3? I'm off to Dublin on a research project the professor has me doing. Hold up. Jack Jameson. And who might you be, beautiful? He can't be with you. You don't do relationships, as you're always bouncing from port to port. Whoa. You're not on a ship. What's going on here? I was totally confused. Eric, my friend growing up, who didn't do relationships, after David? No way. Go ahead, babe. You tell the story. You're better at it, Eric said, which had me set back, and I wanted to go bonkers at this. This was not happening. It was Eric's boyfriend. God, boyfriend. Didn't think I'd say that. Justin, who filled me in on the whole story. It was a good thing that we were on the same plane, because I had questions. And wow, to hear what these two have been through was mind-blowing. To think I like boats. I don't know about that. I don't think I could deal with a divine situation. I would have taken him out first chance I got. No way you're ruining my vacation. Not today. I noticed Justin looking me over, no doubt trying to figure out what I did exactly. I'm sorry, but what does this project entail exactly? There it was. Which, don't get me wrong, I love telling people what I do. It's fun, and I wouldn't dream of doing anything else. I'm an archaeologist who is trying to find the crown of the ancient Amazon people, the Yamo. The Queen's crown is worth $380 million. It's made of gold and nothing but diamonds, as there was plenty in the area. Sounds fascinating. Boy, you're just like Josh Gates, he said as he went wide-eyed for a moment. Me? Like good old Joshy? No thanks. I was going to ask a question, yet they started to call our section for boarding. Like I said, I'll get the 411 on the plane. I happen to be sitting across from Justin. The ride on the plane was very entertaining, as my new friend Justin was telling everything that happened on the Coral, including a romantic/disastrous dinner in the infamous Starlight Lounge, which had Eric blushing, a side that I've never seen before. He looked happy, complete, as they were even holding hands. And no, I was not about to grab Grandpa's hand. The old man was drooling as his bottom dentures started to slide out as he snored. So to say I had an entertaining flight, it's true, sadly. Reaching the airport was a relief, and I didn't have to listen to Ralph snoring anymore. His name, I learned, as his rear end was in my face as he had to use the restroom. I could have sworn when we landed that he was going to have a heart attack when the flight attendant announced our arrival. He nearly jumped and grabbed my arm. Tilly looked and noticed we were on the ground. Removing his hand from my bicep and getting a whispered sorry, it was time for me to start my adventure. After getting off the plane and saying goodbyes to Eric and Justin, wishing them good travels, along with exchanging numbers, I was off in a taxi to Dublin 8, the National Archives of Ireland. I am to meet with this guy I'm partnering with on this expedition in the Amazon. Yet the professor told me he had answers I need, so I have to bring him. Him, you ask, is none other than Christopher Marcus. Christopher Marcus is the professor's son, who, if I remember correctly, is around my age. So I'm sure that being around 25, he's grown up. Hopefully, he's still not the jerk I know he is. Chris always thought that he was better at everything. School, sports, studies, career, he even was better at breaking my heart. Now I'm on my way, and I haven't seen him since. That was like 7 years ago. I don't want to walk in there. Yeah, I can't have the taxi driver looking at me like I'm scared of something. So I pay the driver and get out. An impressive building, most likely due to all of Ireland's knowledge and information that was kept, and where Chris just had to meet me. Yep, there he is. I'd know him anywheres looking all dapper. And what's with the grin on his face? Thanks so much. That's not so much chapter 1, but an introduction anyways, to Jack Jameson. More is on the way. So, and there's not just this one. I'm currently reading Murder in Stratton County, which is written by a friend of mine, Elizabeth Spoon, and myself. So look for that as well. It's on all of the platforms. Don't forget, you can also follow me on Instagram, author.r.mason. And you can also find me on my website, which is rylandmason.com. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next time for Chapter 2.